How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to some more A Link to the Past for the Game Boy Advance, played on the Switch. In today's video, we're going to be going through the Swamp Palace, which is probably my favorite dungeon in this game. I just always like the water temples in Zelda games, except the Twilight Princess Lakebed Temple is kind of a doozy, but even that one, you can still figure things out fairly well. But this Swamp Palace, I don't think anywhere near Ocarina of Time. First time water temple playthroughs, but you still gotta kind of be careful, because you can get lost. Like, little kid Connor got lost many times, but little kid Connor got lost everywhere. So it is what it is there. But first thing you have to do is pull that lever, and all the water comes out, and that somehow affects things in the Dark World. I don't really know how that works, but you just gotta do it, and once you do that, we'll actually be able to access the Swamp Palace. Well, at least the other half of it. Now, right off the bat, as soon as you go down these stairs, there's a strange statue there on the right. Now, I don't know what it's for, because you can't hookshot onto it, which, spoiler alert, that is the item you get this dungeon. You can't hookshot onto it, so I don't know what the point is. I guess it's just there to be there. Maybe you sprinkle magic powder on it, but I don't think that's the case. Otherwise, I probably would have tried that, but I didn't. Oh well. So, first thing we want to do is head over to the left here, and there's going to be these little mosquito thingies. I don't know what they're called. And then this spike trap. You can just walk by them, you can kill them, or do whatever you want to do. Now, of course, you can't kill the spike trap, but you can kill those things. And if you don't kill them, well, then you're never going to get this key, so you might be stuck there permanently if you're pacifist. Now, I don't think Link's pacifist, based on the fact that I've killed so many things in this game, so he's out for blood, but for bad blood. He's not out for good blood, so he's alright, at least in my book. You're going to see me take a lot of damage in this dungeon, which is okay, because I have the green mail, and I take a lot of damage, so expect that to happen a few times. So kill those two blobs there if you want to, unless you want to try and do a pacifist run, go for it. Dungeon map is going to be in the chest, which sometimes in Zelda games I feel like the dungeon maps are a little pointless. Not the case in this game. There's been a few times where I've been like, where in the Sam Hill do I go? And lo and behold, check the map and you can figure it out. I feel like in Minish Cap it was probably one of the most helpful times to have the map. It just seemed a lot more helpful in that game. Alright, so with the next key, we can head on up to this room over here. And you're going to be wondering, how in the Sam Hill do I get over to that door? Well, we got to move a switch over here. And then that's going to drain the water. Drain the water, flow the water, whatever the words you want to use. I recently discovered that those things coming out of the ground are actually called moles. Which, I mean, I never thought of them as moles, but comparing this to A Link Between Worlds and seeing that they're like smiley faces that keep coming out of the ground, I actually see it in this game now. It only happened in this playthrough that I actually saw the faces. Because normally I just thought they were like some shiny things jumping up and down, but no, they actually have faces. And I never saw that before until this playthrough. So now with the water flowing there, I don't think we can ever go down to that skull on the ground again. I think it's stuck in the ground forever. So if you somehow glitched and didn't get the key and pulled the water, well, then you don't need the key anyways. So here's our little main area of the temple. If we go to the bottom, I almost died here, it was really tragical. But if we go down to the bottom, there's going to be a little big room, medium-sized room, whatever you want to call it. This room contains the compass, but we have to go around to get it. Now, you might be wondering why I have an extra heart all of a sudden, and why I have the hookshot all of a sudden. Well, just like with the last temple, I think it was the last temple, maybe it was the temple before, I forgot to get the compass again. So I'm getting it now, so people don't get all super confused and just wonder where the compass is forever. So now that we have the compass, you can see where the chests are, but of course, this is now back to before I had the compass, so I don't know where all the chests are, so I just kind of figure things out on a whim. But it's okay, because I think for the most part, I have everything figured out. There might be one point where I stumble a little bit. I think I do some backtracking, but maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of another video. For this part, you cannot push those blocks. I believe we have to lower the water, so this was the wrong room to come into. But it's okay, because it's learning for me, you know? I only skimmed the walkthrough for this one a little bit, because, you know, I want to try and figure things out myself, but sometimes that's not always easy. Like in this case. However, I did figure out how to get to this room up here, and that's all that matters. Although I do question why they put so many keys under so many skeletons, and how I didn't die. That's a bigger question, because my health gets so low, so many points in this temple. It's crazy. It's like super crazy. Because now that I'm listening to it, I'm just like, just eat your fairy already. But no, I don't do that for quite a while, unfortunately. I think at some point, or maybe, no, this is it. Because I finally realized that beeping is getting annoying. And you know what? I took care of the problem. So a quick thing to say here. Do not leave yet. Don't leave this area. You're going to want to go back up a screen above those little blue tile thingies. And you're going to want to make sure that the blue ones are going up, because we need them up to progress. If you don't have them up, Link is not able to climb, so he's going to be stuck behind an orange wall. So make sure you hit the switch again, because there's going to be a cut coming out. And then things are just going to magically work out for Link. That's because I had to go back and hit the switch. So make sure you hit the switch. Because it's going to be dangerous if you don't. I mean, Link's going to be stuck forever, and there's not much you can do about it. So make sure you hit the switch. These blocks we can move, fortunately, so push them aside. And then we're going up to the second floor. I think it's second floor. Maybe it's third floor. Maybe we're just in a basement. I don't really know. I guess it's the first floor. So we're on the first floor now. And this room is full of lots of evil enemies. If you go to the hole on the left, you're just going to find a rupee with, or a chest with 20 rupees, I believe. I think I get that at some point in the video. So if you want to get it now, you can. Otherwise, you don't have to. But you can see there, I just did a little cut because I hit the switch again. But I didn't want to show that because the video would have been like backtracking and it would have been horrendous, you know. So I just went ahead and got the big old key, the big key, the boss key, the master key, whatever you want to call it. So with that being said, we get access to another cool method of traversal, that being the hookshot. Now you might be wondering why I'm going back upstairs. Well, this is because this is where I go get the chest, 20 rupees. So if you're kind of poor, go ahead and steal money from the chest. No one's going to care, because whoever put the chest here is probably long gone. So it's alright. It's alright with them. So head back on to the main room. Don't take damage as much as I do, which I am horrendous at dodging in video games. You've probably seen it in previous playthroughs of mine. I'm not the greatest when it comes to dodging. Yeah, except in speedruns, I would say. Which, so far I've only done Ocarina of Time 3D. Then you kind of have to be careful, because you don't want to perish. And I usually like coming in with extra fairies, so then I like to be careful. Not necessarily dodge, just be careful. So Hookshot can connect to certain objects. I guess it somehow doesn't rip Link's arm off. But that's a good thing, right? Because we want to play as two-armed Link. Unless you're playing Tears of the Kingdom, then he loses his arm but gets it back. That's a whole other story. So we're done with this big old main room for now. Well, actually, forever. Because we got everything we needed. We got all the chests. Oh, technically this Connor didn't yet, because he didn't time travel and get the compass, but it's okay. I don't know what was going on there with me trying to hit the jellyfish things with the hookshot. Didn't work out very well, but it's okay. So push this little block here, and then I think I go through the wrong door. Animal and hearts again, which is dangerous. But you know what? Maybe this isn't the wrong door. Okay, so that wasn't the wrong door after all. Good. So we're almost at the boss fight. The boss for this dungeon, it's a giant jellyfish. I think you can use your medallions on it, although I'm not 100% certain. I don't really think it's necessary to, because it's a very, I guess, kind of overused for early Zelda games boss type. Or maybe not overused, but it feels like it's overused. I don't know why. For the boss, what you want to do is use the hookshot, and then you're going to pull some like cloud-like things that come from his head. I don't know why that is, but you just do it, because that's the way the boss fight works. So this might seem like a terrifying room, but it is actually not, because there's a nice little stock room up here where we can replenish, I believe, bombs and arrows, and there might be some hearts in here as well. But we, of course, don't really need anything, because we're overly stocked. So I don't exactly know what the best attacks are in this game, like in terms of are bombs or arrows better than the sword in particular situations. I think the silver arrows are better damage than at least this sword, I think. I don't know for sure, so maybe I'll take back that statement. I'm not sure. But I believe silver arrows, which we get a lot later, are pretty powerful. And there's another storage room right there if you need it, which, you know, maybe we need it, maybe not. But I'm going to go over here, grab the key, and chuck this pot. And I struggle to kill this guy because he just doesn't want to die for some reason. See, he's like invincible. Okay, so I successfully made it past him, which is alright. Like I said, you don't need to go to that little storage room there. You can if you want to. I chose not to because I was good. And then we actually don't use the boss key on the boss door in this dungeon, which is very odd. The door's just open for us, so maybe somebody else already tried and died to the boss. I don't know how that works. You can also see here that I'm not being very careful with dodging and whatnot, because I know I can take the hits. I know I got the fairy and the blue potion, so I just go all out. Like hacking and slashing, not even caring for my own well-being, which perhaps wasn't the best idea, but you know, Link's a trooper, he can take it, so there's a death there, but that's okay, because Link's used to dying. He dies a lot. At least in, like, when I play video games, so he's used to it. But that's pretty much the boss fight. You just pull the cloud thingies off. I think one of the medallions might be able to take care of all of them. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before, but maybe not. But I want to say there's one of them that actually like kills all of them. But I don't like thinking outside the box when I'm fighting a boss. I just like hacking and slashing and taking all the hits. That's how I roll. So once you get all the cloud things off, what I like to do is just do spin attacks. Because it feels like it's the easiest to hit him with. Because I think if you hit him with just one swing, he's going to bounce back up right away. But if you keep spin attacking him, I believe your sword's going to hit before he gets a chance to damage you. So, that's it. That's the boss fight, it is pretty simple. Not too difficult, and I don't think it's really too difficult to get back to either. So that has been the Swamp Palace. I am gonna stop talking for now, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video.